Yes, the White Lotus Season 3 is just around the corner, and we now have a teaser trailer, a full-length trailer, the official poster, and screenshots of the new season. Join me today as we check in for a third time and do a complete breakdown and analysis of everything we know so far about the White Lotus Thailand. And like this video for more White Lotus content.
You're watching Matthew Rogers.
I'm going to get a bit ahead of myself here, but before we even talk about Season 3, now, before the new season has even premiered, we have confirmation from HBO that we'll be getting a fourth season. Goes to show they have a lot of confidence in this show, continuing to gain momentum as it has thus far, especially considering this show was only supposed to be a 6-episode limited series of one season. Then Season 2 had 7 episodes, and now Season 3 will have 8 episodes. In White Lotus tradition, each season consists of approximately one in-show week, with each episode spanning one day-night cycle, meaning this season will likely be just over 1 week. Nothing further is known yet about Season 4, including where it will be based. Creator Mike White has said that he was considering a season based in Sydney, Australia, but that was during press in Sydney, Australia, so I'm not sure how serious that comment really was. Sydney is close to home for me personally, and as much as I'd love to have a season filmed here, I don't quite see a White Lotus season being filmed at a 4 seasons property in a metropolitan city rather than an exotic holiday destination. But anyway, enough rambling, let's talk Season 3. This season was filmed at a third 4 seasons property. Season 1 was filmed at 4 seasons Maui, Season 2 at San Domenico Palace in Taormina, a 4 seasons property, and this season will be at 4 seasons in Koh Samui. However, if you're considering booking a stay at the property for yourself, the villas reserved for filming locations exceed $12,000 a night. Now, the new trailer, we get a lot more dialogue here than we have in previous teasers. We now know returning cast member Natasha Rothwell's Belinda, an employee of the spa within the White Lotus Maui, is coming to Thailand on an exchange program to learn everything she can to bring back to Hawaii. Some guests are looking for someone or hiding from someone. Some of these privileged folks are on the wrong side of the law and on the verge of bankruptcy, specifically a southern Jason Isaacs, who I think may be behind the jewelry store robbery we see here, but it's probably worth noting the handgun he's holding here is not the one the burglar is using. But regardless, his partner doesn't seem to be interested in living without their money. Is she to be the unknown victim we see at the start of each season? We meet a resort security employee who seems hesitant to risk his life for his job, and a trio of friends who appear to turn on each other. We learn of a few friend and family dynamics between the new guests, but we've come to learn that there is always extremely complicated relationships with subtle, nuanced undertones that we have no way of knowing just yet. Something I love about the marketing for this show is how little is given away in the marketing packages. Trailers used to give you a small taste of what to expect from a project, but that is quickly becoming a lost art, with trailers now choosing to give away all the major story beats before the film or TV show is even released. The White Lotus having such complex characters and relationships make it a tough show to market in the first place. If you go back and watch the trailer for Season 2, it did not do the season justice at all. But then again, how could it? The incestuous nature of all the major story arcs are impossible to shrink down to a 2-minute sizzle reel. But I see that as a positive. You just have to watch this show to get it. Every year I look forward to the show's soundtrack almost as much as the show itself, and we got a small taste of it in this latest trailer. Composer Cristobal Tapia de Veer has created a character of his own with the score to this show. Chants, breaths, and unique instruments haunt the on-screen drama, removing the relaxing atmosphere from these usually laid-back holiday destinations. Cristobal Tapia de Veer has said in a recent article that he got inspiration for this season's score from TikTok of all places, specifically a video harmonising with a cat. Let's take a look. He said, quote, "I think that the best song I heard in the last few years that I can remember is people harmonizing to a cat on TikTok. There's a cat and somebody put some piano and then some girls started harmonizing. And then there's all these versions harmonizing this cat. It's super moving and so spontaneous and fresh that this is grabbing a lot more of my attention than super produced pop music." End quote. Sounds like the perfect recipe to underscore this season to me. We have had a couple of new posters for Season 3. I love this one personally, with the lotus flower being partly made up of snakes, with the caption, "Karma comes for everyone." Speaking of which, I don't care who has it coming to them. First in line this season is Greg for what he did to Tanya. Unforgivable. We also have a character poster showing our key players. Deadline has confirmed that the new guests and staff of the White Lotus Thailand will include Parker Posey, Carrie Coon, Leslie Bibb, Dom Hetrical, Jason Isaacs, Michelle Monaghan, Tame Tapfentong, Milos Bigovic, Christian Friedel, Morgana O'Reilly, Lek Petravati, and Charlene Paris. Blackpink's Lisa is also set to make her acting debut, being Thai herself, and Variety then recently revealed 5 new cast members: Patrick Schwarzenegger, Amy Lou Wood, Walton Goggins, Sarah Catherine Hook, and Sam Nivola. There were rumours a while ago now that Connie Britton would reprise her role as Nicole from season 1, but it doesn't seem like that's happening this season. Personally, I'd love to see Laura Dern, who had a surprisingly small role, a voice-only role in season 2 as Dominic's wife. Mike White has worked with Dern before on his other HBO series Enlightened, and it would be great to see her in this series, if not this season, then next. Maybe we'll get a teaser for season 4 returning cast members in an end credits scene. No, I'm joking, please don't do that. I guess that all that's left now is to wait and see what this season has in store for us. But in the meantime, where would you want a White Lotus season filmed? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, you can keep up with what I'm watching by following me on TikTok, Twitter, and Letterboxd, which are all linked in the description. But for now, this is Matt Rogers, and that is all.